folks, thanks for joining me today. In today's tutorial, we're going to be using a rock that I made with the mold number 2 from the Happy Dotting Company. And I'm giving it a base coat of white. I'm actually going to do it twice, so I painted it on as thick as I could, and now I'm using a finger dauber and I am sponging it out just to get rid of all of those brush strokes and to give me a nice even coat all over the rock. And the white that I'm using is by DecoArt. Now I'm using Kelly Green, and I am doing this all over the background. This is going to be a pot of gold. So I thought it was fitting to use green for St. Patrick's Day, which is actually literally just around the corner. So I hope everybody enjoys their green beer, if you so choose, or maybe you just have maybe some lime juice. I don't know, maybe some green Gatorade. Whatever you choose to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I hope you have a great time and really enjoy yourself in this Irish holiday. So I give this a nice clear coat, or not a clear coat, but a thick coat of the green. I let it dry, and then I drew a circle with my compass, and now I'm going to sketch on the pot of gold. So this took me a little bit of sort of fussing around when I got into more of the detail, and you'll see what I mean. Like, I'm sketching on right now like some of the gold that is sort of in that pot, and I kind of fuss around with it. So you'll see that in a little bit, but right now I want to make kind of like rays coming from it. So I'm using Daffodil Yellow, and that's by FolkArt, and I am just brushing it on with a smaller brush, and I am going in the direction of where I want the gleams to go, or the rays of shimmer. And I'm not going to blend that out in any way because I really want those rays to be going in that direction so you can see it. Right now what I'm doing is I'm just using a blending brush to add in some white near the bottom because, or actually not near the bottom. It looks at the bottom because it's upside down. Near where all of the gold coins are, because that's where it's going to be the brightest. So that's why I'm just adding in some white, and I'm just sort of blending it out to the ends, but I'm following that direction of going from the coins up to the top of the circle. Now I did go over the circle a little bit, but that's okay because I'm going to clean that up afterwards. But I just wanted these to be sort of little rays coming from the coins and just sort of shining upwards. And that's the only reason why I'm using the blending brushes. And then to add just one little extra bit is I'm adding in some white Enchanted Shimmer. So it goes on, like you can kind of see that it's going on white. It does dry a little bit clear. It does have a tinge of white to it, which is okay. It's what I wanted because I really wanted some shine. And I found that it worked really well with the yellow and with the white. So I'm just putting it on really heavy down at the bottom. Again, I'm saying at the bottom, down where the coins are. And I'm just sort of swiping up with my paintbrush. So I'm going to let that dry. And while I'm letting it dry, I'm going to fill in this pot, and I'm going to do it all in black. I will be adding some white to give it some shading and some contours and things like that. But right now I just want to get the basic coat on it of the black. So I just fill in everywhere inside that sketch and try to make it as symmetrical as possible. And I wanted to give it a tiny bit of a flat bottom so that it looks like it's sitting down, or like it's not a cauldron. A cauldron has feet, and this is a black pot, so it doesn't have feet. So I'm just filling it all in. I love this black. This is by DecoArt. This stuff, it's probably my favorite paint to use to like to fill in large areas, because it is so, like, it covers in first coat, and it's because it's black, but it's so fun to play with and to paint with, and I really enjoy it. But that's just me. So now I'm going to sponge this all out and get rid of any of those brush strokes, as well as adding in some white. So the white that I'm using is also from DecoArt, and I'm doing this while the black paint is still wet, so that I'm going to get some grays. I'm going to get some lighter colors of the gray and the black, and I'm going to get some darker colors. And I'm going to try to show how I can, like, I want to leave a little, like what I'm doing right now, I want to leave a little tiny gap between the lip of the pot and the bottom of the pot, because I want that to show that there's a, I don't know how to explain it. It's a different part of the pot. I think you know what I'm trying to say. It's a little early for me today, folks, so just bear with me. I really wanted to get this tutorial out to you, so this was my only opportunity. It's like 5 in the morning that I'm recording this. But that's what I do. I pick the times that I can to be able to get this information out to you, and to make sure that you get these wonderful tutorials. So now what I'm doing is I'm using one of my dotting tools from the Dotting Center. There is a link in the description below if you'd like to get your hands on your own set of tools. But I'm just using white, and I put on just some dots. They're going to be more dots of the daffodil yellow, and then I'm going to mix a little bit of the white and the daffodil yellow to make a little bit of a paler yellow, and I'm going to dot those, but they're going to be completely random. You'll see what I mean when I get to that point, but I got to wait for those white dots to dry first. So while I'm waiting for those to dry, I'm moving back to the pot, and I am reapplying black paint everywhere, so that I can sort of start reblending again. So I have 1 or 2 dots that I had purposely put over top of the cauldron, or sorry, the pot's lip at the top, because that also helps with giving it the 3D look. So now I'm going to wait for that to dry a little bit, and I'm going to clean up the edges. And again, I'm going to use black, and I go all the way around. The back of the stone is also painted black. I paint most of my rocks black. I love the background of it and how it makes the other colors just pop so great. And if I use any metallics or any of my metallic watercolors or color shifts, any of those specialty paints that really, really pop on a black background, then that's why I paint most of them black. If I want a different color, it's just a very easy, quick couple of coats, and I clean it all up, and then I've got my new color on it. But I really like how the black seals it and really gives it a nice finish. So that's why I use black. And that's what I do. It doesn't mean that's what you need to do. It's just my suggestion. Same with the colors that I'm using. You don't have to use Kelly green. You could use like a lime green if you wanted, or maybe a forest green, maybe no green at all. Maybe you want to do something different to your pot. Maybe you want to make it a cauldron. Just add some feet to it. It's totally up to you. All I'm showing you is my creativity and how I came up with doing the design, how I painted it, and I'm just giving you tips and tricks along the way. Um, I don't mind if you want to copy this, if you want to try it out yourself, by all means. It's the biggest and the most appreciative compliment I can receive as an artist, to have my work copied. Um, all I ask is that you just give me a little shout out, like a little plug there, so that you can let other people know where you got this great idea, and maybe they can come and check it out for themselves on my YouTube channel. So now I'm just using my famous Glorious Gold that I use in almost every tutorial, and I outline that circle. And now I'm adding in some Daffodil yellow, just some dots. They're size, I believe it's a size smaller, maybe it's 2 sizes smaller, but I wanted different sizes of coins as well. So that's why I'm just randomly posting or plotting them down on the rock, and making them sort of touch but not touch. And then when I come in with the next color, which I'm doing now, it's kind of hard to tell, but it is a lighter yellow. I just mixed a little bit of white with it, and I'm just adding those in as well. But I want some of that white to still show, and now I'm going to add some of that Glorious Gold into some of these. We'll call these ones the special coins, the leprechaun coins. So I'm just adding those in as well. And then I'm going to fix up my lip there. I decided I didn't like it, and I wanted to redo it all. So that's what I'm doing now. And like I said, I I messed around with the pot quite a bit, trying to get the different shades that I wanted to give it the look of 3D. And it took me a few tries, but I could have edited it out, but I wanted to show everybody my process. So here I'm just adding a little bit of a shadow, and that's caused by the gleam of the those beautiful gold coins that are inside the pot. And I'm just filling in the pot like I'm going to start from brand new. And that's another really cool thing with acrylic paints. If you don't like what you had started to paint, just let it dry and then just paint over top of it and start over. And then that's exactly what I'm doing here. So perfect example as to how you can work with these wonderful paints. I love them so much. I've tried watercolor, I've tried oils, but these are my absolute favorite. So forgiving. You just got to work a little quickly with them if you want to do your blending. But you get to know your paints, and you get to understand their capacities and their abilities, and you work with that. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So it didn't work out the first time, so I painted over it again with black, and I'm starting all over. So now I'm doing the top lip of that pot, because that's got to be like really shiny. It's gleaming from all of that gold that's sitting inside of it. Like, it's got to be really, really bright. And now I'm just doing the lip that I had done before, and I'm just using a blending brush that I purchased from, I believe it was Amazon. There is a link in the description below. I also have links in the description for all sorts of other things, like where you can get these tools, where you can learn how to make your own blending brush. Yes, I have a tutorial on that. You can also learn how to make your own fine lining brush. I have links to my Facebook page and to my Etsy shop. There's all sorts of really good information down there. So make sure you check that out at the end of the video. And let me know what you think of this video. You can do it very simply by giving me the thumbs up. And if you're new, thank you for joining. Make sure you subscribe and ring that bell, because it'll give you a notification every single time that I put a new video up. So I've got some really fun Easter ones coming, and Easter's late this year, so that gives me plenty of time to get some really cool things out for you. But make sure that you get all of that. That's your homework. So get your homework done. and ring that notification bell and subscribe and give me that thumbs up. And if you really want to, leave me a comment. I love reading all of your comments. I answer them all, and I enjoy hearing what you like. Maybe you have an idea that I haven't painted and you'd like to see painted. Maybe you have an idea of something that you would like to see done in a different technique. Just throw me a comment and let me know. So now I'm outlining with my fine lining brush. This one I purchased from, I believe it was Amazon, I think. Anyways, I'm just using it to outline by doing like half moons or half circles all around these little dots. And this is the detail part that really makes these look like gold coins. And I loved how it turned out, how this really made it look like coins. I even debated about putting the words pot o' gold on the pot, but I decided not to. I decided to leave it the way it was. And I love how it turned out. And I just showed you how if something doesn't look the greatest and you want to redo it, let it dry, paint over top of it, and do it again. It's so simple. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed painting this. And as I just finish up with a little bit of detail, a little bit of outlining, I want to wish everybody a happy St. Patrick's Day. Wear your green proud, and I will see you at the next tutorial. So just remember, folks, life is what you make it. So get creative.